Hello, hello, hello. We are live. FabWorks live. You guys can hear me?
What's up, peeps?
Hanging in there,
How we
brother. How
doing?
you doing?
Doing all right
Doing good, good.
for a
All right.
Monday.
Yeah, right. All right, so this is episode 14 of FabWorks Live on June 20th, 2022. Folks, we have an amazing special guest for you. Dennis from Black Market Outpost is going to be joining us here shortly. He is in the green room. We got a bunch of props that he's done so far, the new ones. If you haven't seen the previous show that I did with him, he has some ones there too, but he's got some new stuff that he did out. And he also went to Star Wars
tonight.
Yeah, he did Star Wars Celebration. He did some cool outfits for that. Some, I call them garb. Fantastic stuff that you're going to be just mind blown. And he has some serious skills when it comes to milling. You'll get to see some of that stuff too.
Oh yeah.
So welcome. Yeah. So
and look
welcome.
at these guys in the chat. They're going crazy over here. We didn't even start, and they're going nuts.
Yeah. So, hey guys, what do you think? Should we bring Dennis up?
Heck
Do
yeah,
it.
bring
Ready?
them on.
Ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's
get
add
this show
Dennis.
started, baby.
What are we
All right,
waiting for?
Yeah, all right. Here you go, folks. Here's Dennis from Black Market Outpost. Go on, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis.
Dennis.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing over there?
Good. How you guys doing?
The
Are you
man,
at the
the
beach?
myth, the legend.
You at the beach
Yeah.
with that shirt
Great.
I don't know about a
Yeah.
legend or anything, but
Aloha.
on?
No, that's a sexy Hawaiian shirt, man.
this
It
shirt
is.
is a call out to the sketchy guy. I think he's out there in the chat room.
Yeah, let's see that shirt.
brother.
Let's see that.
He's the creator on this one.
Yeah.
I'll raise a glass
So
to
good.
the sketchy guy.
All right, you guys want to? Yeah, I'll raise some water. How about some water? Dave's the only one who's got liquor or
I
beer.
got nothing.
You got
I know, right?
nothing?
I got nothing.
Just hold something up. They'll
Oh, wait.
never know. Hold something up.
I got it.
Go.
Hey,
Hey.
Yeah, drink it.
I pounded it.
That is too cool. Well, Dennis, thank you for coming on the show. We're honored to have you.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, for sure. You're an amazing prop maker. Obviously, we all know each other, which is good. But you got some cool stuff that you've done recently that is just mind blowing, man. And the fact that we get to show it here on FabWorks Live to our viewers, they're gonna flip out. So
Thanks,
some
guys.
real good stuff. But before we do that, we got some questions for you, brother.
I'm here.
Can we throw them at you?
Go for it.
All right. So I'm gonna go first, and then Dave, and then Brett, and we'll go on like that. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I know you just recently went to the Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
Tell me your experience with that.
So Celebration was my first, my
Oh.
second only con, and my first Celebration.
Damn.
So it was, I don't know. I think it was a bit overwhelming. I mean, there's so much to see and so much to do that, you're all over the place. There's cosplay, there's people selling, there's all these guys you see like Hot Toys and the guys that are doing all the crazy stuff. When they got displays,
Right.
I mean, you could spend hours in those displays just looking around at stuff. And
How many days we were out there?
I was out there for the full thing. So I was out there for all 4 days. Yeah,
When
I was
did it
out there.
start? On a Thursday?
It started on Thursday. I got there Thursday morning. I think I arrived at 9 a.m. and the doors opened at 11.
Nice.
So I literally, from the airport to the house, changed. Bam, we were gone.
Sweet.
So
What, were y'all kitted out while you were there? Just wearing all?
the first day I did not, because with flights and everything, I just didn't have time to do anything.
Mhm.
So I
relax.
had two cosplays I wore, so I kind of wore one every other day just to break it up a little bit. I mean, it's California, dude. It was hot. It was
Nice.
hot in there, man. There was a lot
What was the
of
temperature
people.
there?
It was in the high 70s.
Really?
Yeah, it was in the high 70s.
Don't come to Florida then, because
Oh,
good grief.
I grew up in Florida. I'm used to
That's-
it.
oh,
But
that's
man,
right.
walking around with all that stuff on, you wouldn't
right.
do that. You wouldn't do that in Florida either.
No,
Yeah,
no.
Brian and his Mandalorian outfit
Oh, my
would
God,
not make
dude.
it.
No,
They had to be
Do they do
dying.
celebration in Florida?
It's
Don't
on
they
the
do it, or haven't
rotation.
they?
Yeah, it's on. They
Oh
have
my
done it
God.
in Orlando.
Yeah.
It's on the rotation.
Oh, That's unbearable.
So I think, if I'm not mistaken, the rotation right now is going to be London in April. And then they're going back to Chicago. And then I believe they're going to go back to Anaheim, and then they'll do the Orlando.
Right. And I was going to ask you that very next thing. Are you going to go to the one in London?
I have high hopes to go, but we'll see. London's a bit of a trip.
Yeah.
That's a trek.
So
I
A
may
little
do
bit
it. I
over
think-
the pond, right?
yeah, I mean, I've been there. I've been to Europe plenty of times. It's not like I haven't been there, but take some
Right.
planning. It's not like jumping a plane to LA, you know?
Yeah.
True. But
Yeah.
we get to hang out with our buddy James over from
We
Rebel
do.
Base.
We do.
So we got to do it. We all got to make a trip out
Yeah.
there and hang out with him. I know he's itching to come over here
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
go to Disney. So to Batu.
Yeah,
As
he's
of
kind of
right
like
now,
all
I-
alone over there, isn't he?
Yeah, as of right now, I totally have plans to go. So, I mean, Ron, myself, Cameron,
Cool.
it's in discussions.
Good. We definitely want to join you guys. These three
Yeah.
knuckleheads, the three stooges right here, want to join you guys.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I
That'll
want
be
to go
fun.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be awesome. Besides that, I think we were talking behind the scenes about all the makers, all of us getting together. Maybe not in a Star Wars
Yeah.
celebration type of deal.
Yeah.
But doing something fun. You know.
Yeah, I mean, celebration's awesome, but like I was in contact with James the whole time, right? Phone and whatever, this and that. He probably saw more of celebration from home on his couch than I did being there. Because you're just
really.
everything's a time crunch, man. You're running across the hall to meet this guy. You're running across there to get to the droid room. You're hiking up 3 flights of stairs to, see Dr. Sci-Fi's K2SO. You're all over the place.
Wow.
It's not like, I don't want to say it's not enjoyable. Obviously it's enjoyable, right? We all love that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like an amusement park, right? You guys, I'm sure you guys have been to an amusement park. You're
Yep.
running to get in line to do this, to do that, to do this, to do
Yep.
that. And next thing you know, it's 7:00. They're getting ready to shut the doors down.
Yeah. Agreed.
know?
Yeah. So
So,
true.
Is
I
it
mean,
7 p.m.? That's when they shut down.
Yeah.
But 11 a.m. to
11,
7?
yeah, 11 to 7 is what it
Okay.
was. Yeah.
Still it ain't out
And they
already,
just
man.
turn the
I mean,
lights
it's-
off.
Yeah.
From what I hear,
It's
at 7, just
weird.
turn
They
the
do the
lights off.
opposite. They turn all the lights on. It was weird because the one
Oh,
day,
really?
we were there a couple of, we were there way past 7. They turn all the lights on and let everybody know it's time to go.
Oh,
Wow.
All right. So the next set of questions comes from Brett. All yours, bud.
yeah. So, what is your design process? I know we're getting outside of the
Yeah, dude.
celebration and all that, but
My design process is, I don't even know if I have an explanation for it, man. I see things
it's like
and then I
Solo.
make it. Yeah.
Shoot first.
I see it and then I make it. I don't know that I really have a design process. Like I don't lay everything out. What's the word, Dave? I make things fit, whether they're going to fit or not. I'm going to make them fit. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't
Now, I do
necessarily-
know this about Dennis. He does have a special secret book that he doesn't let anybody
do.
see.
Oh,
I do.
oh,
I do.
we
Because
go.
I'll tell you, I have a terrible memory. So when I see something that I want to make, it goes in the book, and my terrible
Yep.
stick figure drawings go in there with it, just so that I can go back and turn the page and say, okay, this is what I wanted to do. Now go do it. But I don't necessarily have like I know you guys all do the CAD work and all that. I don't.
not always.
My
but yeah.
job during the daytime is a machinist, right? All I do is
Yeah.
stare at numbers and measure and be precise. When I'm in the shop, I don't even look at a tape measure or a ruler or anything, man. I
Just
eyeball
wing
it and make it fit.
That is the
Wow.
best. Yeah, that's the best. And did that help you when it came to like Con Crunch? You're just like, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
going to work. I'm just gonna make this work.
So I fully had intentions of videoing all of Con Crunch, right? Like videoing the costumes. And I did the first one because I gave myself a decent amount of time. But man, when that second one came around, there were no cameras on, there was nothing. It was just,
Yeah.
I had roughly 12 days to put that second costume together.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
And we're folks, we're going to show those two
Yeah.
outfits that he made. Unreal.
So,
They're so cool.
I think I've told you guys in the past. I know Dave and I have talked about it quite a bit. I find it very difficult to videotape myself building. Like I know I do the YouTube channel and all that stuff, but
Same.
man, it
Slows you down.
I can feel like the forgetfulness or what's my next step or what the heck was I supposed to do or any of that stuff because I'm so worried about Am I in the camera? Is the shot right? Is the
Yeah.
light right? Is this? Is that? You're kind of like you're out of the flow of building. You lose the
I was
momentum.
just gonna
I
say
think.
that it kills the flow.
Yeah, it kills the flow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. Or when you do it and you forgot to film it, now you got to
Yeah.
undo the whole damn thing
Undo it, right? Undo it,
Or redo the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or fake it.
Or you
Right.
just put up
Or
that thing.
fake it.
Beep. Sorry, lost
Yeah.
footage. Beep.
or fake it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd much rather work on the project than film it for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
All right.
I guess
definitely a
so.
learning process.
I was just gonna say, yeah, you definitely figure it all out, but man, in the beginning, it's tough. I mean, your 3-hour project is now going on day 6
Yeah.
because you're recording and you're watching yourself and you're like, oh, that looks terrible. Do it again,
Oh,
start
man.
over.
True.
But you develop a flow. You definitely figure out what your, I don't know what the word is, what your style is going to be, and then you already know, okay, I definitely got to get this shot. Camera's got to be here. I got to do this, and then you kind of stay in the momentum.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
You know,
it gets
But-
better, but never perfect.
no, it's
Even
never
as
going to
bad.
be. That's why there's
Yeah.
editing, right? Nobody, not even the
Yeah,
guys in Hollywood are perfect. They're
True.
all
I
editing
know.
everything.
I know.
when
With
you're done.
me, I'm pretty sure you review your footage, but with me, I just kind of keep it recording, and then I have all this massive footage that
yeah.
I got to go through. I'm like, oh man, if I could only fix that part of
I'll
it,
tell you what,
it'd be great.
I did that in the beginning, and it's much, much easier if you just film frame by frame. Turn it on,
Yeah.
turn it off,
Stop.
turn it on, turn it off. Yeah.
But
It's much easier to go
it
through
kind
the flow.
of breaks you out again, you know? Like,
Does,
oh yeah,
but
I gotta stop. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
There's technology
know.
for that. But so my last question was I saw you switched over to makeup brushes when you're doing your weathering.
yeah.
What was your who inspired you to do that? And then also how has it
So-
kind of upgraded your game?
I'm not sure originally where that came from, but that's a Brian Thompson thing, man.
Okay.
Makeup brushes are exactly what they are. They're makeup brushes, right?
Sure wasn't
makeup.
Cameron with the makeup brushes?
I don't know. Could have been. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
No.
Someone's got to take credit for it.
But makeup brushes are designed to do exactly what you want to do, right? They stain people's faces.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
much softer. There's a much wider array of brushes you can choose for the applications you're doing.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they're-
And the
they're-
gradient.
the gradient, the texture, everything about them is like made to do what you like. It's made for
Yeah.
weathering.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, what's weathering? People are trying to make their faces look better, right? They're weathering them in a positive way. We're weathering in a negative way.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
All
It always
right.
makes it look better with a little bit of weather.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
Dave.
yeah.
Hey guys, real quick, Dave. Before we get on to your questions, I know you got a couple questions also for Dennis. Who do we got on so we can, say hi to our?
It is time! Hi, people. Well, we got Cameron Sketchy Guy Nevada. Hi, Cam. Jimmy Outer World Workshop. Ron CG Artist. Jake Torset is here. Deanna Atkinson. Something in the chat about making dough. Kelly for Propsability. I don't know. She said I'm procrastinating at work. Got 200 pounds of dough. Oh, we both clicked it. Got 200 pounds of dough to mix and 500 bagels to bake. Want to watch this instead.
Wow. I want bagels.
4 of my heroes together. Thanks, Deanna.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Who else we got? Kelly from Props and Villainy. What's up, Kelly?
Kelly.
Broken
Hey, Kelly.
Tusk Garage.
Kelly's
I
on
got-
the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got Kelly right over here.
Yep. Rogue Squad Garage. Seth. The Maker. And Kevin Conka.
Kevin Conka. Yeah. Jake Torses on.
Do you know I found out recently that Kevin lives like literally 10 miles from my house?
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Kevin, go
Yeah,
bug him
I
right
don't
now.
Yeah.
Come
He's
over,
working-
They're
Kevin.
knocking at the door. See what he does.
He's working on something for me right now.
Knock, knock,
Oh,
knock,
is he?
knock.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually in the shop right now working on it. He just sent me some pictures.
Oh, wow.
If he
Nice.
pops up behind you, that's going to be hilarious.
Creepy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. What is that? Just the hands
Yeah.
on his shoulders.
Yeah.
When you're at the doctor's, right?
Don't. That's something different, brother.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Whoa.
I don't know what I was thinking. All right,
No.
back to questions, people.
All right, Dave, hit him with your questions.
What? This is going crazy over here. What's new for 2022?
Man, I don't know. I would really like to get this room going a bit quicker, but man, the price of everything out there is just ridiculous right now.
Yeah,
Lumber, labor, all of it.
Yeah.
yeah, for real. They can't get
So-
the chips.
Yeah.
Look, we're showing off your room right there. We're bringing you
Yeah.
up.
The
Look.
section behind me and to my right is done, but the rest of it is just wide open basement.
Yeah, but that looks good, man.
So
Look at all those blinky lights.
All the blinky
Yeah.
lights.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
lot.
Us prop makers, we like blinky lights.
we love
it's
it.
a lot. It's a lot of dollars and batteries right there.
Dude, you ain't lying.
You need to get off the battery game.
My wife
out
wants
the
to know why I
battery.
order batteries from Amazon in cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right,
All
Dave,
right.
go.
You shared with me that you noticed that your dioramas were starting to pop on YouTube. Are you going to
Yeah.
switch gears and move more to the diorama scene for your channel?
I don't think I'm going to switch gears, but ultimately, because of the fantastic weather we have here in Michigan in the wintertime, I have set up a shop down here in the basement to where I can do dioramas all winter long.
Nice.
So I kind of have this genius idea in my head that I'll prop build during the summer, all the way up until maybe November. And then I can come down here and diorama the rest of the year
Relax.
on through winter.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I saw
So-
those diorama videos are like some of your highest viewed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
Well,
Dave and I were
we're
just
gonna show
talk-
something.
Dave and I were just talking about it the other day, man. I can't believe it surpassed stuff that I've done that's been out there for over 2 years already.
Wow.
Even the Jawa blaster?
The Jawa Blaster, I think, is now in third place. The only thing that has not been surpassed yet is the Tuscan Raider helmet.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the other one I was going to
Wow,
say.
what's going
Yeah.
on?
Everything else, the dioramas have surpassed it by thousands.
YouTube's changing their stuff up. Hmm?
Hey,
I
wait,
don't know.
Maybe.
hey, mental note. Start doing dioramas.
Right, well,
Dioramas,
I think-
I'm not kidding
everybody.
you guys.
I think it's more of the
all
way.
kidding aside, if you look out there like Boylai and those guys,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Boylai's been on less than all of us.
Yep.
That dude's in the 100,000s already for subscribers.
I was going to bring him up. He's so
Yeah.
it's just like that building process is so just something you can put on the background. It's so
Yeah.
like relaxing
Yeah.
and fun.
That's what I keep saying.
Yeah.
We keep trying
Yeah.
to figure out what his secret is. And I keep telling everybody, I was like, dude, the guy's so mellow. You can just,
Yeah.
you can put
You're hanging out
headphones
with
on and nap while he's building, and everything's
Yeah.
great.
But
Yeah.
but you know what his secret is, I think? Is those lights that he uses, and he's very precise.
Storyteller.
Did you see that
His
AT,
big secret.
He said AT, but it's a
Yeah.
at, damn it. Did
Yeah.
you guys see his last video?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. Oh, awesome.
He
Yeah,
had
so
a
good.
small scale. He even printed out the tiny little snow troopers.
yeah.
And man, meticulous.
I personally think his big secret is that dude's a storyteller, man. He hooks
Yeah.
you
100%.
in the first 10 seconds
He
of
is
that
good.
video, and then you're
He
not.
was playing a Christmas song.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, he's a
But
storyteller.
anyway, Dennis,
Yeah, bringing it
show
back.
We got to pull it back.
Bring it back.
This show's
Bring
about
it
you,
back.
pal.
But that's kind of why your storytelling on those diorama builds are that's the secret. You've already found it. You unlocked it.
Yeah, you did. All right, so let's show some of Dennis's stuff, guys. I think this is
Yeah,
the
let's
right
see it.
segue into that. So the first one we're going to
People
show
dying.
is this panel that you made.
Yes.
This thing is really cool. And folks, if you want to watch this actually working, the screen that he has there actually works with the HUD. So go to his channel. We're going to be putting those links out here shortly. But you can go to his channel. You can look at this video. You can see the HUD actually working. And that HUD came from the Outer Rim, from Jamie Dull. He has enough for sale. Really good HUDs. So go check it out. But take us through this, Dennis. How do you build this?
So I got the Glowforge, and I didn't know what to do. So I started tooling around and playing around with it. And that video screen, I don't know if you guys know or not, but it's actually a digital picture frame from a thrift store.
Nice. Okay.
I watched
So
it.
I got lucky, and it happened to play MP3s. So I was able to put like video clips on it. So once I had that going, I figured, man, this will be perfect. So I combined the two together, and I thought, let's make a hub. And then most of the other stuff is, like Greeblies from Smuggler's Room and stuff I had laying around in the shop. But like all the woodwork, all the vents, everything like that are all Glowforge laser cut.
Nice.
Now, is that MDF? That's all.
Yeah, it's all
MDF, right?
it's all MDF, 100% MDF.
How'd you seal the MDF for paint?
The lacquer spray.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell lacquer spray.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that stuff, man, you got it. I think that's probably got 6 or 7 coats on it before it's workable.
Yeah,
Because
I think that
all those corners are like they're keyed in, right? So you can see the ridges on all of it. So man, you got to sand that thing and
right,
fill it in and get all that stuff. Otherwise, it shows through the paint. You can see the ridges.
right.
Yeah.
So,
Do you use filler primer at all?
there's no filler primer. It's all just the lacquer straight onto the MDF, and then I rattle can sprayed over it.
Yeah,
I've had success with just filler primer, filling in all the gaps. Just
Yeah.
no lacquer or anything, just
Right.
filler primer. So
My
You
fear
talking
was
about the 2-in-1 spray or the?
Yeah.
yeah.
2-in-1.
My fear was that when you spray it, if it was just a filler, that the MDF soaks in a lot of the paint.
Yeah.
It swells on you pretty quickly.
yeah,
So
yeah, and especially the edges. The edges, you really got to work.
you guys
on
should
that
check
one.
out that
Yeah.
video though, because there's a fantastic infomercial in that video.
Yep. I was going to bring that up. That is awesome.
The
by the way-
Greebly patch.
Yes, and that's coming up here in a little bit, guys. That's
I want
coming
to
up in
call
a
the
little bit.
number and see who answers.
I don't know.
All right,
It'll probably be Ron.
hey, speaking of that video, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Hang tight.
Hi, I'm Brian from the Smuggler's Room. You might remember me from such classics as How to Build a Moisture Evaporator Margarita Machine, or the better one, How to Build a Star Wars Room in 25 Years Flat. But I'm also the creator of Greebly Patch. Have a project where you made a mistake? Greebly Patch. Have a spot that is looking a little less than polished? Greebly Patch. Hide all of your mistakes with the Greebly Patch.
Get the Greebly Patch by calling the number below. Call within the next 30 minutes and we'll give you a second Greebly Patch for half off. Ready to make something out of nothing? Then call 1-800-555-SMUG. That's 1-800-555-SMUG. Call now.
That is
So,
the
guys-
best. Ron has the
so,
best
guys-
voice for that, man.
Guys,
So
I'm
good.
sitting in my shop, right? And I
Right.
got this picture frame and it's all laid out, and I got the 7-inch hole already cut and everything. And I don't know, it was late at night. I don't know what I was thinking. I started to drill 3 holes to put LEDs right along the side where the bracket goes that holds the TV up. And as soon as I popped them in there, I'm like, oh my God, what the heck did I just do? This is done, right? How do I recover from this? So in my shop, I have this little TV on the wall that I watch, like your guys' show and all, just what random YouTube stuff is playing, right? For some odd reason, the documentary for the guy that did the ShamWow thing was playing on TV. And one thing led to another, and I texted Brian, and I was like, man, listen, I made some holes I got to cover, and I got this idea. Do you have any of these left? Because he actually makes those and sells them on his website, those Greeblies. And he's like, yeah, I think I got a couple laying around. So I pitched the idea to him, and he's like, I love this. Let's do it.
That is excellent.
So now I'm thinking, well, we all know Ron's got the voice, right?
Yeah.
So I text Ron right away. I was like, listen, I'm going to write a few things down. I just need you to record it and send it over, which without hesitation, he did it right away several times. And we just threw it together, and we had the Greebly Patch.
All right, so folks, hey Ron, I'm going to be hitting you up because between him and Sean Cash, they have this radio voice and TV personality voice, which is amazing. So we're going to be doing more commercials like that so Dennis, we're going to be taking that idea and really running with it to kind of highlight our all the artists that show up. So I'll be getting in touch with you also, Dennis, so we can do a commercial. Okay, so it's gonna be kind of cool. And, it'll be fun to make. It'll be really cool. All right, so let's go into the next project that you put together. Now you collaborated with another artist that we all know, Tabitha. She's from Inside the Booth or from Dreaming with Tabitha.
Dreaming Tabitha, yes.
Yeah. Talk to us about this. What was this
so
project?
So the first time we did FabWorks Live, this project was still sort of working. We went on as a collaboration, but we didn't quite have any of this ready yet. So I figured now that I'm on now, it'd be the perfect time to put it out there.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah, I did in the booth for
Okay.
Dan Arena and Tabitha and that. And again, you know, after the show was over, we were talking and I was showing them some of the stuff I had because I actually did it from the shop that night. And one thing led to another, and she volunteered to paint the helmet. So I didn't hesitate. I mailed that thing over right away.
Smart.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Now,
'Cause I can't paint. I mean,
Is
hey,
that a machine part back there?
what's that?
Is
On
that
the
a
back?
machine part? That yeah.
No. You know what that is, Dave?
Huh.
That is a salt and pepper shaker from Amazon.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's
That
great.
is a salt and pepper shaker. Actually, I think I might even have one laying around here. Yeah, it's a salt and pepper shaker. And then the bottom
I love
of it
the back
is
part.
yeah,
Sorry.
that back part is a salt and pepper shaker.
Yeah.
And then the bottom of it is just a PVC fitting, which happened to be the perfect size and thread that I could just screw the hose in and it never came back out.
nice.
That's cool.
The hose, I mean, this thing, so the helmet is 3D printed and the chest box itself is 3D printed. Everything else is just Greeblies from the garage. And then the toggle switch is Dave's file.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's the original
Oh,
one, the
cool.
original file, not the larger one, the smaller one you did in the beginning.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
And then
I have to spam that.
yeah,
Can I spam that picture around?
sure. Then the scrolling screen, which is where you see the Arabesh writing there on the
Mhm.
right hand side,
How'd
that
you do that?
that is a name badge like a waiter would wear with his name on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you can purchase that on
Yeah.
online on Amazon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I purchased
they're
them on
fairly cheap.
Amazon. They're like 13 bucks.
Yeah.
And that's Stargate inspired?
Yeah, so Tabitha's a very big Stargate fan. So I gave her free reins. I'll be honest. I told her she,
Yeah.
what do you want me to do? I was like, whatever you want to do. I don't, whatever. I'll make it work.
You didn't get any backlash?
No.
All right.
You had to have been scared at first, Dennis.
Yeah.
You had to have-
I'll be honest with
No?
you. I got that helmet from Van Oaks Props probably 2 years ago, and it just
Wow.
sat in the shop because I never knew what I wanted to do with it.
Right.
So I figured this way, at least if she paints it when it comes back, I'll just go with whatever's there. That'll give you something to do.
And she's such an amazing artist
I
and
was
painter.
I was happy with it. I mean, she
No
kept sending me
worries.
like sneak pictures, little tiny bits and pieces. I was
Yeah.
trying to put together in my head to figure out what is this thing going to be. But
So
I
she
can
was
like
even. So
Stone
she was even
pieces?
kind of like trying to surprise you,
yeah,
like just
yeah. I
showing you
didn't
little things. Here
I
and there.
didn't see it complete until she aired it.
Oh wow,
Wow.
So she aired it on her YouTube channel. I did not see it
that's
complete.
cool.
I saw, like I said, bits and pieces of it here and there. But
Wow.
you guys, if you go to Dreaming Tabitha, you can see the full paint and tape job and everything she did to
Yeah,
it.
I saw she
Yeah.
was using like two hands, like two different
yeah.
brushes, just like
I
going
noticed
through.
that.
Like,
That
So
was
she
I'm like,
did-
awesome.
She did all her weathering two-handed.
Yeah.
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 Efficient.
Telling.
There's no two streaks on there that look the same because she just kept two-handing it all over the place.
Amazing artist, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Great
And then
painter.
The chest box is just a thingiverse, nothing fancy.
Nice.
And then I just added my own greeblies to it, and it's wearable, so it's on that stand which I made out of PVC pipe and the ever popular builder's favorite toilet
Toilet
flange.
flange.
Toilet flange.
Yeah,
Gotta have it.
yeah.
All right, let's go into the one mini you did, and I remember this one because I thought it was the coolest thing. What you made this thing out of? So, viewers, check this thing out. This is so cool.
Oh yeah.
All right, take us
Yeah.
through this one.
So I stared at this thing every morning for I don't know how many months in my bathroom on the counter, just sitting there.
Right.
And then one day I was like, man, I know exactly what this is. It's a freaking speeder bike. I just have to figure out how to get it put together. Yeah, what you're looking at is the main body of that is actually an Old Spice deodorant stick.
That's so cool.
Are you sponsored by
Brilliant,
Old
man.
I'm not.
Brilliant.
And then the seating area is actually just an old broken flashlight I had laying around in the shop.
Killed
The
it.
sidecar was some sort of a toy Ferris wheel ride, and I just cut the top off and drilled a hole in for the passenger.
Yeah, you really
Wow.
can't see that speed stick until you tell. Until
Yeah,
you say
most
about
people
it, you
don't,
know?
because I always wait. I always throw it out there and wait for people
Yeah.
to guess, and they don't get it.
But then you can't
I mean,
unsee it once you
right.
know, right?
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, if you look at it, it looks like Ray's speeder.
yeah.
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 I wouldn't. I kept telling myself I wouldn't be surprised if that is where they got the idea for Ray's speeder.
Yeah.
Well, Race
Absolutely.
Speeder was built out of an old pod racer engine.
Yeah, the engine was, but the
Yeah.
front
Yeah.
hull of it looks exactly like a deodorant
100%.
stick.
Yeah.
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 So-
That's when I first saw Ray Speeder, that's exactly what I thought it was, a deodorant.
Yeah.
I was like,
mean,
this is a giant deodorant bottle.
the background structure is all just SPX foam and paint and plaster.
You got to
Right.
paint the base in that black 2.0 and add LEDs to it.
Yeah.
Did you use Sculptafoam? What's that? Sculptaclay they use for creating the texture? No?
No.
Okay.
That is, I call it boilie batter. That
Boilie
is,
batter, okay.
it's paint,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mod Podge, and plaster mixed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Looks
And
good.
because I have a ton of sand left over from the Tatooine structure,
Mhm.
there's a handful of sand in there too, sprinkled in, mixed into it.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to
Nice.
rewatch that. Did you use what the heck's the name of that product that you paint on stuff to make it rock hard?
No,
It's
I didn't.
Mod? No.
lock.
No.
Loctite? Or no, it's dry lock.
Dry
Dry
lock.
by dry lock.
lock. You didn't use that?
Nope, that's just paint
Ah.
and plaster. Mod Podge is actually what makes that hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Another thing that most miniatures make, because I do them as well, it's the grout. You use like tile grout.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
I
you
used
put
grout in
alcohol
the,
and glue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isopropyl alcohol.
Mm-hmm. May the
Made
spice be with you.
you. Yeah. That's what
That's
I
right.
call
Yeah,
it. So
there's a whole
I put,
bunch of
I
comments.
put it out there on a bunch of like kit bashing sites and things
Mhm.
like that on Facebook, and everybody said, you got to give it a name. You got to give it a name. And I was like, okay, let's just call it the Speed Stick.
Yeah. Or Spice Runner.
Yeah, Spice Runner, man.
I've been referring to it as the
opportunity.
Speed Stick on every one of the places I've got it posted.
I'm digging the speed stick. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
That is awesome.
All right, and then
And then,
right
yeah,
after.
I think the pilot on there
Oh, let me bring it up because I want.
is what's his name from Jurassic Park?
No,
Yeah, it's Chris. It's Chris. What's his name? Chris.
come on, anybody. Who
Oh
has?
my god.
Which one?
Chris
Let's-
Pratt? Is it Chris
Chris
Pratt?
Pratt.
Oh, Chris
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt. Chris Pratt.
Oh,
Yeah, Chris
from the
Pratt,
new
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Jurassic
Chris
World.
Pratt
guy.
with a GI Joe helmet on his head and glasses,
Oh, that's funny.
so you can't
That's
recognize him.
cool.
And then he's got Anakin Skywalker's front robe only.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, matter
that
of
is
fact, I got
so
him right
cool,
here.
man. You got it.
Hey, there we
Yeah.
go, live view.
All right, here we go. Let's bring them up. Oh, look at that, folks.
That's fun.
Beautiful,
Nice.
man. Your weathering is beautiful on it.
So the droid,
Okay,
I don't know if he's gonna come into focus or not.
Too small.
Yep. put
He's-
your hand behind him.
I cut down a
There you go. See, there you go.
Oh
I
yeah.
cut down a battle droid. So it's just a battle droid's ankles, thighs, and elbows,
That is neat, dude.
and his midsection.
That is
That
cool.
is so neat.
Did
That's
you
what I'll
name
call
the droid?
No, I didn't name the droid. I think that's one of my issues, man. I'm not much of a storyteller. People keep you gotta have a
Background.
story for everything you build in a background, this and that.
Right.
It's never, I don't know. I just build things
More of
that are
a
in my,
technical guy.
yeah, just build things that are in my head. Get
Well-
them out before I go crazy.
The next one we're going to show is actually over your left shoulder, right? Is it your wait? Yeah, your left. That way. There you go. This was part of, I believe, a challenge, wasn't it, for the speeder?
Part of it was, yeah, the speeder was part of a challenge.
Okay. Can we bring up the speeder real quick so we can show that? Look at that. Now, listen, tell us about that because that was a
So
beautiful kit bash.
this speeder is a 1956 Corvette and an Apache helicopter. I bondoed them
together.
together.
Nice.
And then the rear of it is just juice cap.
Oh yeah,
I see it.
sort of. It wants to focus on your face.
Yeah, I see that.
Even
Auto-
the camera loves you, Dennis.
Yeah.
autofocus on these things is bad. And then in the vehicle is one of my favorite creations ever. I don't know if I showed you guys this or not. Let me get him out of there. I call him Old Man Rex.
Old Man Rex.
Oh,
Hey, wait. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes.
Oh,
no.
Come on.
It
still
wants your
loves
face.
your face.
It still loves
Lock-
your face.
Yeah,
No.
There you go.
there we go.
It's Sean Connery's head on a stormtrooper's body. So
That
I
is cool.
I call him Old Man Rex.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude,
He
that
gets
is,
to he
great.
gets to drive the classic Corvette.
Oh, that's awesome.
that is so beast. So let me bring up
Put a
that.
little,
Huh?
put a little bit of hair on him, and it'll be like that one on Kenobi that was
Yeah.
begging for
Yeah,
money.
yeah. Right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there you go.
All right, so let's bring that up. This is part of the challenge, but you added to it. You actually made the structure from Tatooine.
Yeah. So the structure I did is the second video there with the moisture evaporator and all the
Yeah.
barrels and everything. I'll be honest with you. This was totally. I know we've been on Boylai all day, but this was totally Boylai inspired. I said, "Man, that guy's doing some cool stuff. I got to try this." So this was my attempt at it,
Came
That
out
looks great.
beautiful.
and
yeah.
it's
That-
all
that-
SPS foam.
Mm-hmm.
And the moisture evaporator is all sprinkler and PVC pipe parts.
The
Nice.
juice cap. No, that's applesauce
Yeah.
cap.
Yep. It's an applesauce pouch.
Oh, I
cap.
see that.
And
Yeah.
the vent
I
above
love
the
that.
door. The greebly below that is one of James's room greeblies. I just shrunk it down to tiny.
Awesome.
It's the control panel he has in his room build.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I just
Wow.
shrunk it down super tiny.
Scale.
And then
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ado was talking about grout. That whole floor is grout.
Yep.
That whole base is just tile grout.
Well,
And then I airbrushed the stains into it.
What'd you make the door out of? Is that
The door is a James Cully design that I laser cut on the Glowforge. He designed it up, and then I cut it in two pieces and assembled it. So the back piece is solid, and then the framework sits on top of it as a second piece.
nice?
oh, okay.
And then I notched
Smart.
out the foam so I could actually slide it in there. So it's just captured between the two pieces of foam, front and back.
Right.
Wow.
That's beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. Obviously, the comments, everybody's coming in saying how great this thing looks. But now we're going to segue into something completely different. So we went a couple of props. We went into your minis. And now we're going into your costumes, which you made for celebration. The first piece I want to talk about, because obviously you do for your career, you do milling, and that's exactly what you did with these pieces. And these things are just absolutely gorgeous. Check this out. Wow.
Love
Now,
it.
you even did the
Yes.
knurling on this thing?
Yes, I did the knurling. So the one that has the heavy knurling on it was actually a different project. I sort of converted over to what I needed.
Okay.
That's actually what's known in the machining world as a bottle jack. The top unscrews and it will raise up so you can prop things to keep them from vibrating.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, in your milling machine, your vise, you'll set that under the vise and unscrew that top section until it hits your material you're cutting to keep it from vibrating if it's sticking out past the clamping section of the vise.
Oh.
So I just sort of reworked it. And the knurling is so that you can, grip it with two fingers and unscrew the top without having it moving all over the place while you're trying to set it in position.
That is amazing. Now, for the knurling, do you have like a pattern maker, or is that something?
No. So how the knurling works. So here at home, I have a mill and a lathe in my shop.
Mm-hmm.
They're all manual. The lathe has, the way knurling works is, so a lathe is rotisserie, right? It rotates the part
Right.
and you send the cutting tool into it. So your cutting tool is stationary and your part's actually spinning.
Right.
The knurler has a wheel, top and bottom, and the patterns are opposite of each other. So in other words, your top wheel is rolling forward and your bottom wheel is rolling in reverse, and it cuts that pattern as you're driving into the part.
Okay. Got it. Wow.
I guess when you do it that way, you have to be careful so you don't re-roll over the knurled parts you did.
So the idea is if you lock it into the position that you're knurling, all you're going to do is just keep making the knurl deeper. Because in a sense, I'm not making any left to right movements. I'm only driving directly into the part. If that makes sense.
It's more moving material then, right? Than cutting, like removing material.
No, it's actually cutting. So they have like a slight the wheels have like a slight taper on the bottom, like a blade. It almost looks like the very edge of a drill bit. So it actually scoops that material out of there as it goes by.
That's Dennis's tip of the day right there.
There you go.
Yeah, it's spinning so fast that it just cleans it right out. And there's different patterns. You can buy hatch patterns, you can buy cross patterns, you can buy this is just a straight pattern, right? Straight blade.
Yeah.
So there's different types of patterns.
Yeah, we got CGR says he loves the code cylinders. The Empire will be pleased.
Yeah, he got a set of the code cylinders for his Empire outfit. Yeah, I made him a set of the center ones.
So how do you get it so consistent? Like those look perfect, and you're saying these are all manual machines? You just dialed in everything?
Well, they're manual machines, meaning I use these. There's no CNC.
Yeah.
But everything is precision based on numbers. Everything's done with math. Like so I have what's called DROs on them.
Oh, okay.
Right? Direct readouts.
Yeah.
So I know that, I don't know, just an example, my space has to be, I work in millimeters too, because that's just how I was taught.
Right. Makes sense.
If I got to go 25 millimeters across, I set my 0 and it'll just cut till it reaches 25, then I stop it. But I'm doing all the cutting by hand, so.
And you're sitting there with calipers getting the right diameter on each one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I work, I would say probably 80 or 90% right off the DROs. I very rarely use calipers. Maybe in the last 1 or 2 cuts, if I need something like the stuff you guys looked at, nobody's ever going to know if I was a mill high or low. You know what I mean? If I'm doing a part that has to fit into a part, then I'll probably check with calipers every 2 or 3 passes, maybe every 5th pass. Just depends on what I'm doing.
How long does it take to make one of those code cylinders?
Manually, long.
Wow.
Those 3. So I made a total of 6 of those 6 sets. So I made 9 code cylinders. Wow. I think I probably got about 5 or 6 days into 9 of those cylinders.
Cool. Wow. Yeah, that was my question.
And also, to be honest with you, I cheated on those cylinders. I only machined the top section. The bottom of it is just a hollow tube pipe that I shoved in there because of the con crunch.
Yeah. Yep. It's real.
Yeah. Well, so that the droid collar that's next to it, the solid piece, that is 100% machined from top to bottom.
Hey, Dennis, Kelly Stern wants to know, do they make a metal miller for dummies?
Yes. I used to be a dummy. It just takes a lot of practice.
We were all dummies once.
Yeah, it just takes a lot of practice.
Have you seen those small ones from like Harbor Freight?
Yeah.
I mean, you could start on that. That's like $700.
At the old house, that is what I had.
Oh, wow.
At my old house, that is exactly what I had. I think that's a 7 by 10. So it's a 7-inch diameter, 10-inch material. What I have here at the house now is a 9 by 20. So I can do a 9-inch diameter, 20 inches long.
Wow.
I was just busting on Dennis the other day. I was like, Dennis, why don't you do more of this stuff? And what did you tell me?
Well, because I do too much of it at work and I'm bored with it.
Yeah, you're like, I did all that stuff at work. I don't want to come home and have to do it again.
That's awesome.
You guys have seen the lightsabers. I was doing lightsabers like crazy, but when you do that every day, it's like, I don't know.
Well, maybe here. Why don't you just do like a special thing for your channel every now and then?
I have a few things coming up actually that are going to involve some machining.
Yeah, because I think you're in our group. You're probably the only guy I think that really does the milling end of things.
No, I just saw somebody else making some crazy stuff. Somebody else in the room. Yeah, somebody else in the room just machined a bunch of tools for their mechanics costume.
That's right. Yep.
Oh. I need to see this.
Yeah, somebody in the room just
Competition,
posted
Dennis,
those a few days ago.
competition.
Yeah, but his competition. Go read his comments to everybody else. He's like, yeah, no, this is a one-time deal.
Yeah, I'm never doing this again.
She's the same as you.
No, yeah, because
I do this for work, man.
I'll be honest with you guys. If I had a CNC to where you could program it, you could cut 1 million of those a day. But trying to do it manually and have every one of them consistent and accurate and look the same, it's tough.
Huh.
It's tough. I mean, my equipment's old too. It's not like I got top of the line stuff here.
So do people actually make those on a CNC, like the
Oh, yeah.
the round?
I'm looking into getting one for. I have an aluminum CNC. It cuts only aluminum, but
Yeah,
not only aluminum, but it will cut aluminum.
those are all.
And it's
Everything
a
you saw there
rotisserie.
was Brett. Everything you saw there was aluminum. That
Yep.
was all aluminum.
Beautiful
that-
work.
It'll do that all day.
All right, so let's get into the 2 outfits you did for Celebration.
Okay.
Tell us about this one. This is
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite, by the way.
So this one was the ultimate con crunch. I put all this together in, I don't know what it was, like 10 or 12
awesome.
days.
That is awesome.
So this
And he
is
just
supposed
got
to
off
be,
his horse too.
this is supposed to be my version of Bodie Rook.
Yeah, that
The
came
pilot.
out beast. Not the goggles there you got there. Did you 3D print those Greebly, or did you just
No.
that's a hand-built Greebly?
Yeah, that's a toy. That's a turret off of a tank.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Oh,
That's a
you're
turret off
right.
of a tank.
Jeez, I didn't
You
see it.
One of the cannons
Yeah.
is broken, so it's just shorter than the other. But that's all that is—a turret from a tank.
That is cool.
And then on the other side, it just has a reading light that you would clip on your book when you're reading in bed at night from the
Right.
dollar store.
Now the other stuff, your gear there definitely looks like some military equipment.
So the
right?
gear is actually the legit movie used military survival vest, but
Wow.
they come in camouflage or in
olive green.
olive green.
Yeah.
So I spent 2.5 days in my backyard in this giant tub dyeing all that stuff brown.
Wow.
So some of that stuff had camo pattern on it. Some of it had, because it's all put together stuff. Because when you go to get that vest, it's just the vest.
Right.
Excuse me. All the pouches and everything are like aftermarket stuff.
Yeah.
So there was like 3 or 4 different colors there. I all had to get them to one color. I was dyeing in the
looks
backyard.
great.
I had tubs with brown dye and sticks. I was stirring that stuff all night long. And when I was done, I hung it out to dry on the swing set in the backyard. I'm sure the neighbors probably thought I was crazy. There's just all kinds of military stuff hanging on the swing set, drying overnight.
Jake Tursit said he thinks Russia's missing one of their turrets.
It could be.
So on your almost Star Wars show,
Uh-huh.
you were talking about those goggles and where you're going to put them. And this was before Celebration.
Yeah.
What actually ended up happening with those?
So Bodie Rook wears them on his forehead, right? He wears them up. Those
Yeah.
things, the ones that he wears in the show are the actual, like, if you guys remember when we were kids in the old Science
Yeah.
Lab, just the big rubber ones that were clear all around.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Ones.
So they're soft, right? No big deal. These ones I decided to go with have the flip up lenses, and they actually, the inner lens is tinted for plasma cutting.
Oh wow.
So it had a really hard like bridge on the nose so that you don't get sparks or anything in there while
Yeah.
you're plasma cutting.
Right.
So every time I put them on my forehead, it would leave a dent and it would hurt so bad. I was like, I told Brian, I was like, I can't wear these on my head. They got to go somewhere else. So I ended up actually hooking them on the pocket, and they just sat like
Oh.
right there, right on my chest.
Oh, perfect.
And then I would just put them on for pictures or whatever for like a second.
Kelly
Do we
wants to
have
know
any
if
of those
they light
pictures?
up.
I think
Kelly's-
if you go back, that one picture where I'm standing in a room, they're clipped onto the vest.
Oh, I see.
You see them hanging right there on the just below the pocket.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now I see it.
And then I can't see without glasses, so I was like, "What am I gonna do, man? I can't just wear regular glasses." So those are actually my safety glasses. I reconstructed to make them kind of look more out of universe.
Yeah, I
Like-
thought they looked good like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they look sharp. That looks sharp.
So yeah, that was like a 12-day run around. We need a second costume. I said, "I need what?" I'm still working on
You
the
need
first
more than
one.
one.
Still working on the first one.
Hey, Kelly Stern wants to know if these goggles light up when you look through it.
They have a light on the side that you could turn on that shines into them.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah. So they get these little. It almost looks like a bullet. It's a little tiny bullet reading light that had a clip on it. You would clip on your book
Right.
and point it down to the page while you're in bed reading. So I removed the clip and I screwed it right into the side of the goggles. So when you turn the light on, it actually LED lights right into the lenses.
Wow.
Cool.
All right. So let's talk about the next outfit that you did.
So
Was
the next outfit was my only plan for a celebration. That one I had all mapped out and drawn out and ready to go.
Hit us with it.
So it's sort of my version of a smuggler. I taught myself how to do all the leather work, so I built all of that, holster, pouches, everything you see there.
Wow.
Yeah, I had no idea how to work with leather. That was all a very interesting experience. And then the vest I just picked up on Amazon, but I removed all the zippers. I sewed up a lot of pockets I didn't want.
Right.
I added all the red leather patches you see there are backed in cardboard, so they're actually sticking out off of the vest.
nice.
Oh, wow.
I wrapped cardboard in leather, and then I hot glued the leather and riveted the backside of it to the vest.
Are those
It
chalk
gives
cylinders?
it a better look.
Yeah, those are chalk cylinders. You know what? I'll tell you a funny celebration story. So we're at Celebration, and Cameron's son is with us, who is a tremendous Legion board game player, right? The Star Wars Legion.
Yeah.
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 So
He's
we're
amazing.
over there in the Legion booth, and he's like whipping everybody's butt left and right. And I'm just walking around looking at all the cool, because they have all the miniatures, right? They have the ships, they have characters, they have you name it. So I'm walking through the thing and I stumble across this glass case that's got like trading cards in it, right? Like baseball card, but Star Wars, but
Right.
geared towards Legion. So I'm looking at this card, and actually I think I took a picture of it. It is the chalk holder.
What?
No way.
It is the chalk holder, identical. There's not
Wow.
a thing changed on it.
Whoa.
So a lot of those cylinders you see in the movies are the same chalk holders.
Wow.
Wow.
I flipped out when I saw this thing. I was like, somebody in the room did something with the chalk holders, and I thought, man, that's a great idea, and I don't have to machine anything. I plug them in, I'm done. And then to walk around the show and actually see it on a trading card, I was like totally stunned.
That's crazy cool.
That's awesome.
All
How
right,
much are they?
folks. Oh.
Sorry.
What, those chalk holders?
The chalk holders, man, to be honest with you, Brad, I believe an 8-pack is somewhere around $12.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
Cheap.
An 8-pack of those is like $12 with free shipping if you're a Prime member.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
$12.
All right, guys. So let's take it to let's take this. Well, let's do a little bit of Q&A. Is there any questions that our guests, our viewers have? They want to ask of our guests or ask us. So, Dave, what do we got out there? Anybody asking anything?
I think this is coming to me.
Yeah.
Where's the flamethrower? Yeah. We'll see shortly, I think. He's talking about Dan. I sent Dan one of those flamethrowers, and JT helped me out with it. So
From Spaceballs.
Thanks, JT. Yeah. Well, it's a special inside the booth edition. So
Nice.
yeah, they're
I
gonna
saw that sneak
reveal
peek.
it on the show. Yeah.
All right,
That was the
I don't know what he's
decal.
waiting for, JT. I don't know, man.
Any other
Questions for
questions?
Dennis. Questions for Dennis.
All right, what else we got? Anybody out there?
Come on, hit him up. I got like 500 of them.
There you go.
There you go.
How is
How's
the frog? lady?
lady's eggs holding up?
Frog Lady Eggs was the greatest idea I ever had that totally went south. It was great for videoing. It was great while I was building the prop. And then I left them in the garage during the summer.
Oh
And
no.
those water beads melted, and it was just a disaster.
They
It
melted.
took me- oh, yeah, from the heat. So a water
Oh.
bead is just hydrated gel, right? They
Yeah.
Yeah.
dehydrate it. You
To
add
make 'em
water.
tiny.
Yeah, you add water and then it rehydrates, so it's gel. So when it gets when it's sitting in the 80, 90 degree garage, they start to melt and stink.
That's
It's
what
like a
I'm asking.
membrane.
Oh,
It's like a membrane over them or something.
No, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like it's just a clear dehydrated capsule, and then when you fill it soaks up the water. If distilled water is what you got to use, because then it vanishes. You can't see it through the water.
Right.
So the eggs
Hey,
actually
Seth.
look like they were floating.
Seth Craig wants to know what's new for the Halloween setup.
Oh, there you go.
Are you mixing him up with Jamie Dole? I mean, they don't look alike except for the glasses.
CG's put a question on. I guess, yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. I guess that was for Jamie Dole, but
I don't know. Dennis, what is best but worst build?
ooh, good
My
question.
best but worst build. Oh man, like what? The best thing that was the hardest to do, or
Yeah, I think that's what he's asking. Yeah.
I would probably say the Frog Lady. I wanted to win that
Oh, wow.
challenge. I wanted to win that challenge. I spent nights in that garage. I was not
man.
leaving that shop until my eggs floated on their own
Yeah,
without any cheating.
that was a crazy challenge, wasn't it?
I
We were all trying to get them eggs to do
I
their thing.
heated and hand bent every PVC pipe on this thing.
All right,
I
he's bringing it up.
found
Here we go.
I found the group while this challenge was happening, and I was so jealous that I wasn't able to do anything.
That is so neat, dude. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's
I
great.
think you guys know the bottom of this started out as an air fryer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And then the plastic part of it is an iced tea jug that you would buy, like on Amazon, make iced tea like in your backyard in the sun. And the top of it is a salad bowl.
Now, is the jug glass or plastic?
Plastic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's plastic.
That is
it's
really,
holding up.
really good.
And then
Are you
all
gonna
the PVC,
refill it?
I doubt it. It's so heavy when it's filled too, you can't even move it. I mean, it weighs a ton.
Oh yeah.
Ron wants to know if you're going to be doing more cosplay.
I
in the
am.
future. I think
I
you're
am.
good at it, Dennis.
I have
mean,
the
that stuff's
cosplay. I'll be
spectacular.
You
honest
learn
with
how
you
to
guys.
sew?
I have the cosplay book. Yeah, I taught myself how to sew. I taught myself how to do leather work. Yeah,
Yeah, and you've been tanning stuff and dyeing stuff.
I
since
sewed all the
Tusken Raider.
on that Bodhi Rook costume. I sewed all the pockets. I sewed all the greeblies on the sleeve. I sewed all that stuff.
Yeah,
So I
Good.
do have the bug. I've been eyeballing another character from Rogue One.
Nice.
ah,
He's not gonna let the
I
cat out
do-
of bed just yet.
My favorite part about it too is he's an unnamed character in the series. He's in there in quite a few scenes, but he's unnamed. It's my favorite part of the whole thing.
So Dennis, let's put up a challenge. Guys, let's go hunting to see if we can identify that character
Well,
and see if we get it right.
I have been stalking your Pinterest,
Uh-oh.
and I've seen all the Rogue One. Man, you just there's so much cool stuff in there that there's definitely some stuff that I had liked that
It was such a
I
great
came
movie,
across.
man.
Yeah,
It was such a
so
great
good.
movie.
yeah.
So,
Agree.
All right, we're gonna go into another segment of our show, which is called tips and tools or tool tips.
Gotta get it.
The-
Gotta get
we
an
like-
intro.
We gotta do the FabWorks tool tip. There we go.
Yeah.
The FabWorks tool tip. We're as makers, we want to share what we do and what tools we have. Now I'll go first, and then Dave, and then Brett. So here we go. For me, as a prop maker, I have different adhesives for every type of material. Now, if you're like one of us, if you're not like Brett or Kelly, that have these massive warehouses and space buildings, you work out of your garage like I do. And if you live in Florida, if you've ever been in Florida, it gets extremely hot here. You can't keep your glues or any of your adhesive inside the garage because then it solidifies and you got nothing. So with that, I have my glue bag, which contains all the glues I use, and even inside you can see and I take this in, I bring it into the house, and I have a little closet up here in the second level of the house where I put everything away, so that my glue stays fresh and it doesn't solidify. And then what sucks is that I have to climb up the stairs, go grab it, and bring it back into the garage in order to work. But hey, that's money that I'm saving. If not, I keep purchasing glues. So that's my tool tip. Dave,
That's
what's
a lot
yours?
of glue. That's a
That is
lot of glue to waste right there.
Yeah.
Mine is about soldering, and it's about flux. So make sure you use flux when you're soldering. You first want to clean your soldering iron with it and get it all nice and shiny. Try to tin your wires ahead of time, but you got to use the flux. The flux actually cleans up all the garbage and grease and stuff that collects on everything, and it helps the solder adhere to your wires, stuff like that. So
Good tool tip.
simple tip.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, Brett, what you got?
All right, so mine's simple. If you don't have a pen vise, get a pen vise. You kind of see it here.
Yes.
Pen vise is for helping true like holes that you when you're 3D printing to true them up to actual size. But when you buy them, they come with a whole bunch of little tips, little drill bits, and I use a magnet to hold them all together. And I just keep that with my pen vise, and it can hold these tiny little drill bits all in one place,
Nice.
so they're not all around the tool bag or your
Or your
that's
shop
just
floor?
for
your shop
drilling
floor
by hand, right?
Yeah,
That's just
you're
for
not-
drilling by hand.
Yeah.
drilling by hand. Yeah, just
Yeah.
for 3D printed parts like MDF. It is more valuable than I use it. It is the first thing I have in my tool drawer for my workbench,
Nice.
sitting there right next to my little screwdrivers, and so little magnet goes a long way.
All right. All right.
I'll
There you
throw-
go.
I'll throw out a quick tool tip.
Oh,
Since we
go
were
for
talking
it.
about
Do it.
the makeup brushes.
Yeah.
Dollar store,
Yeah.
guys. The dollar store. You'll be surprised at the amount of makeup brushes you can get at the dollar store. And I'm talking name brand stuff too.
Great.
There you go.
Have to check that out because I need some of them. I got to try that.
I'm going.
Yeah.
You guys will be surprised, man. When you first put that stain on there, you'll be like, man, why haven't I been doing this forever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just flows, it smears, it does everything you want a stain to do.
Yeah. And I
Hey.
use two of the brushes. I'd use one for the initial,
Yeah.
and then the second one to
Feather it out.
feather it out.
Yeah, I do the exact same process.
I was
Do
just
one
telling
with a heavy
Ado.
coat and then feather it out.
Mm-hmm.
I was just telling Ado last night that I finally got to use that Fuller's Earth, and I
Yeah.
was using a small little what are they called, like a grease brush.
Yeah.
It's really
Okay.
cheap one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think it would be better with one of those brushes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To kind
Man,
of feather it.
I used the Fuller's Earth for the first time, like the powders on those cosplays. Man, I was sneezing that stuff for a week. Black and brown and
Oh,
you name it,
no.
it gets
Wear a
everywhere.
mask.
Be careful.
It gets
yeah.
everywhere.
What so what brushes do you recommend? Like if I don't have any brushes to start, where do I go? What do
So-
I get?
I literally go to the Dollar Tree and I get either the L'Oreal brand, and they're usually singles. Sometimes you might find a 2-pack of different sizes.
Right.
I mean, they're $1 a piece, and they'll come in. So how a makeup brush works, I mean, how do I explain this? It's fluffiness, right?
Yeah.
You get really tight ones or you get really poofy, fluffy ones.
Right.
The really tight, small, rounded ones are great for smearing stains because it'll just track wherever you're going and it doesn't leave any residuals. It's not like a paintbrush. I mean, a paintbrush is very coarse. It's even expensive ones.
Yeah.
It's just the material that they're made out of. It's so light and I don't know what the word is, like so airy. It just flows really nice.
I wonder
Yeah.
if it's a different type of like horsehair or something. You know what I mean? Like
I think
Yeah.
they're, if I had to guess, I would say they're probably very synthetic.
It's made for the delicate skin of
Yeah,
the woman.
it is. That's what it is. It's made for. But
Yeah,
just
Dave-
about any makeup brush you pick up from dollar store is gonna do wonders for you, man. It will.
Dave is hitting me because he knows I was about to say that Dave uses them all the time.
Yeah.
I do. but not on my face.
All right.
So,
All right.
you got it. Listen, another place, Brett, to get it, because the technique I learned that technique from Brian. He did it on his thing on Smuggler's Room, and he also has a link to the one he uses. You can buy off of Amazon. I bought those, and those brushes are beautiful, and they're inexpensive. Like what Dennis, they're very inexpensive to purchase.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed it, but I'm glad I watched that video or a couple videos where you recommended getting those. So
Yeah.
All right, Dennis.
Gotta try it.
Where can folks find you? We're about to share all your social media links. Where can they find you?
You got Black Market Outpost group on Facebook, a YouTube channel, Black Market Outpost. If you go to my Instagram and you click on the link there, I have a link tree where you can actually find everything. The Black Market Outpost store, the Facebook page, Instagram, Patreon, all of it's on there. That's probably your best bet. That'll have everything right in one spot.
And right now, we should be blasting all the chat right now with all your links. So, folks, make sure you go ahead and give him a like, give him a subscribe. He's an awesome artist, an amazing prop maker. So definitely go check him out. Show him some love. He shows us love all the time. Absolutely.
Give him love up in the club.
That's right. So before we go into the last two pieces of the segment, a couple of things I want to make announcements on. I got a challenge going on from FabWorks, which obviously is for Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities and Savi's Workshop. Make sure you are, if you're not part of it, join it. We have amazing prop makers that are actual judges as well. You all listed there at the bottom. Great prop makers. We're giving away some amazing prizes. There'll be the top 10 finalists. Will be joining us. We'll be here live. And we're actually going to extend it. We're going to make that announcement today, Dave. Let's extend it. A lot of folks are saying, hey, can we have a little bit of an extension instead of being at July 1st for the ending of it? Can we extend a little? I'm going to extend it a little bit for you guys, just 1 week. So originally we were going to do it July 11th, was going to be the live show and judging. We're going to extend that, I believe, to July 18th, right, Dave? Is that what we talked about, July 18th?
I believe so.
Yes. Yeah, July 18th will be the live show. We're going to extend it only for a week so that folks have time to finish their props and submit them. There is a link that Jamie Dole from the Outer Rim put together where you can do your submissions, and you have to give your backstory. You can put your information in there. You can link all your photographs and your backstory, and it gets recorded. And those images and that backstory and your information, it automatically gets submitted to all the judges. They actually get to see it beforehand, because we're going to pick, out of all the submissions, we're going to pick the top 10. Now, believe it or not, we have enough prizes to give out to a lot of folks. The top 5, oh my gosh. Kelly Stern from Props and Villainy alone, has given 5 of his panels, and they're all custom made, obviously from Props and Villainy, with Sketchy Guy designs them, creates the artwork, sends them over to Kelly. Kelly makes them, and then I do the soundboards for it, and I send it to Kelly, the sound effects, and then Kelly puts them in and finishes it off. Beautiful. I have 4 of them already sitting downstairs. Oh boy. And you're not going to get these anywhere. And I'll tell you what the first 4 that I got already received. I got one more coming. The first one is Han Solo. Second one is Chewbacca. And believe it or not, it has fur on it. It's pretty cool. It's really, really neat. R2-D2. Stormtrooper and Vader.
Nice.
Get ready.
Heck yeah.
So I'd like to donate a lightsaber to the competition as well.
Bam. There you go, folks.
There's another one, people.
That's what I'm talking
They're
about.
rolling in, baby.
Wow.
Thanks, Dennis.
All right. Dennis, then we're going to add you into that group page, because now I want to get you involved, if you're okay with it, to actually judge it. Is that cool?
Yeah,
Hold on, Dennis.
Need.
Hold on, Dennis.
Wow.
Before you say yes, you cannot win any prizes.
That's fine.
If you are a judge.
I'm doing machine work for my project, so
Ooh.
Thank you, Dennis. We appreciate that, my friend.
Love
Thank
it.
you
No
so
problem.
much. That is so awesome that you're doing
Love
that.
it. Love it.
But the judges, like I am, we can enter in a prop because I'm doing it. Brian's doing it
Right.
because it's just fun.
Yeah.
James is doing it. James is doing a lightsaber. He's 3D modeling it and everything. Beautiful stuff. Everybody's donating. So thank you, Dennis.
Don't forget about me, Ado.
Oh, sweet mother of pearl.
Don't forget about me. I'm sensitive, remember?
About you, Dave.
You, Dave.
Aren't you going to tell him what I'm giving away?
He's giving little buttons.
No, I'm not.
Little buttons.
I'm messing.
What else?
Tiny buttons.
He's,
What else?
all right. Okay. So he's.
I guess that's not important enough
Hey, Dennis. So that he doesn't feel so sick
because it
he's
doesn't have
sensitive.
fur on it, I guess.
He's giving the detonator. So that's pretty
Awesome.
cool. If you haven't seen it, he has done an amazing
Yes.
detonator.
I've seen it.
And
So-
a kit.
and a
Kit
kit.
to make it yourself.
That's right. That's right.
Awesome.
All right, so our judges just grew. Outstanding. I love it. So I'll add you to the banner, Dennis, to that. So, and then I'll add you to the group as well, so you can see the communication going back and forth.
Okay.
And then Jamie is on vacation. Jamie Dole, he's on vacation. I think he's
Yeah,
in
is he
Hawaii.
in
isn't he?
Hawaii? I was just going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Should be
Lucky
wearing
guy.
your
Yeah,
shirt.
he's loving it.
He'll be
You wearing
back.
Dennis's shirt.
He's not thinking about this contest at all.
Not
I'll
now.
tell you that much.
Bring back some sand. I got more props to build.
From Hawaii. All right, so we got that going on. One more thing that I want to put out there, and this is a thing that we're doing, myself and Dave from Whitey Wicked Workshops. Folks, we're doing the FabWorks Amazon $200 giveaway.
$200.
Yeah, so FabWorks, we gave $100, and then Whitey Wicked Workshop is also gave $100, so that's $200, and that's just to get us to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you go in. There's an actual video that we have on that. If you want to jump on that, all you have to do. How do you get in to win that? Be a subscriber. That's it, and then be here on July 4th at 8 p.m. for a live show. All right, on the 4th of July, 8 p.m. It's going to be a quick show. We're not going to be talking about a whole lot of things. It's just it's only for the giveaway. We're going to do a live show giveaway raffle. So we're going to put everybody in. We'll give them the hashtag word. They'll have to put it into the chat, and the system will randomize it and select two winners. One will get $100, and the other one will get $100, and then we'll ship those out as a thank you from us to you for being our viewers, our friends, and then taking this journey with us. So we appreciate everybody. All right,
$200.
$200,
But
man.
you can only win if you like and subscribe to this man over here.
Yeah,
He
you
needs
gotta-
1,000 subs. Give him some love, people. Come on.
Give him some love.
I know everybody here already gave him love. We need some more love.
More love, more love.
So tell your friends and family, and we gotta get this guy 1,000 subs.
In
He
the
deserves it.
video, tell your mothers,
Yeah, tell
tell
your moms,
everybody.
tell your grandmothers,
everybody.
everybody.
All right, Dennis,
Yes, sir.
the fab floor is yours. Tell people what you got going on, brother, before we close out.
So I've got a couple of machining projects coming up. One is going to be a lightsaber collaboration with Brian Thompson. We're still ironing that out, so it's a little bit off into the future, but you'll see it before the end of the year, I'm pretty
So
sure.
Brian's pulling it out of you, huh? He's pulling it out.
Yeah, and then like I said, I am trying to get this room going, but we'll see where that ends up. It's
We're gonna
started.
get a tour.
It started. Are you gonna get a tour?
Yeah.
Maybe when it's complete. I think it's gonna be a one-shot video, done and done.
Okay.
Because I just want, once I get it started, I just want to move. I don't want to like segment it or video it here and there.
Okay, is that it? Is that everything?
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, dioramas will be coming out. I've actually got one in the works right now, so probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks I should have that video out. And probably within the next week or two, I should have the second cosplay video out with a little bit of celebration highlights in it.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome. I look forward to
That'll
that.
be fun. Yeah.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
that'll be the Han Solo vest and leather work and stuff, and then a few shots from celebration.
Sweet, sweet. All right. Well, that's us moving up here. Hello. All right, folks. We got the wrong song. That one, we got it right now. Here we go. Hey, thank you, Dennis, for coming in and being an amazing guest. as
Thank you
always.
guys, man.
Yeah.
I really had a good time. Appreciate
All
You're
it.
the best, Dennis.
Absolutely. Dave, you rocked it. Brett, awesome, brother. To all our viewers, we love you guys. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. We'll see you on the next episode.